morning, Laura.
I don't know if they can hear you. Hey, Terry. Morning, Laura. Yolanda, good morning. Linda, good morning.
Morning, Patsy.
Okay, we're going to get started. Laura, thanks for your comment on the tree. This is a class actually that we're doing. And before I get started, let me just say good morning, everyone. Taya here from Quilting Delights. Chris is with me as well, filming. And hopefully, let us know if the sound is any better. I got a new little gadget that is a microphone. And I put it on my lapel, and we've got a hookup to the phone, and hopefully the volume will be more consistent and easier for you to understand. We are so incredibly busy here at the store, coming up with fun projects and doing amazing samples for you to share and enjoy. It's been interesting this year with COVID sort of behind us. We see more of you on Facebook Live than we see in the store. We see you in the store, we just don't see you as often. So it's a real pleasure when we see your names pop up on our Facebook Live feed. This morning's Facebook Live is going to be about new products that we have in, but more importantly, about a big sale that we are having this week, starting today, going through Tuesday, which is May 31st. In honor of all those that have served, we will be closed on Monday, Memorial Day. And we just want to honor all of the servicemen and women who have made a difference in our country and made a difference for us. We have the lives that we have in the United States because of their work and their sacrifice. Okay, so this is our newest, one of our newest projects. It is called 11 Pines. And I think it's because, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's because there are 11 trees in this wall hanging. The top layer is 1, then we have 3 more, then we have 3 more, then we have 3 more, and then the whole tree all by itself. So a friend of mine, Jean, made this sample for the store out of some 2.5-inch strips that she had, and it just turned out great. We ordered the pattern because, of course, we want you all to be able to do it. And the pattern, Chris took the pattern and just made the first 2 trees up above, and then put a trunk on it. And this is the perfect size for a small wall hanging or a pillow. And what's really fun about this is you could get some of those twinkle lights and put it on your Christmas tree, and maybe put some little packages across the bottom too. The other thing that you can do is you can take this size tree with just these pieces and extend it. If you look right here, you can see in this row that there are 3 across. Well, you could just keep extending the trees on either side and make it into a table runner. So this pattern has a lot of flexibility, and it literally is 2.5-inch strips with not half square triangles. They're really kind of, they're a little different, but we're having a class on that in September. If you don't need a class, if you're a good advanced or confident quilter, you can just order the pattern. The pattern is number 41 and is $12 for the pattern. So you can let us know if you'd like us to send you a pattern. This is going to be a really fun one. I love it as we put flannel on the back, and it's going to be a really great curl-up quilt for movie time as we move into fall. But in the meantime, we still have summer. And I just want to make a comment, and you'll see this here in a few minutes, but we are absolutely in love with our Caterpillar glow light boards. And they're called boards because they're so thin. And this one is a plug-in one. This is the largest size available. on the market. We absolutely love it. It's super thin. It's 1/4 inch thin, and every one of them comes with a cutting mat, so you actually can turn it on and you can cut your fabric. So if you are having problems with your vision at all, this is a super way to help with that. We're using it on a couple of our quilting projects, which you'll see here in a couple of minutes, but these are in stock and available for you right now. We can ship them out, and Chris, you can always contact Chris and find out what the shipping is, but we have these in stock right now. They are 13 by 19 inches. Oh wait, no, 19 by 26 inches. The smaller one is half the size, and it's exactly half the size. And it is $259.99, and we have those in stock, ready to go home. Now, we will offer a 10% discount on this with the sale this week. We can't do the 20% because there's just not enough room there to do that, but we will offer a 10% discount on the Caterpillar Glow Ultra light boards. Bags are back in stock, and so if you need a bag for your table, just let us know. We'll be happy to get that for you. Now, one of the things that I have been working with, I have so many projects going all the time that I like to use this flannel grid wall for putting my projects up, and then what I do is I just fold it and I can take it to class, and then I can sew and I can move around. I can work on several projects at once. This gridded flannel is for design walls. So if you have a design wall and you need to put it up or you need something to put on it, this stuff is awesome. The blocks just stick right to it without any problem. They're 2-inch squares, 2-inch squares. Some of us have taken these and cut them into 14-inch squares, because then if you're, for example, if you're doing a block of the month, you can cut all your pieces, lay them out, and then put another 14-inch square on top of it, cut all your pieces for the next block, put them on there, and your blocks will stay organized. This right here, what we did was we folded the edge over and just sewed it down so that it's tidy, and then we left the selvage edges on because they're sealed and ready to go. This stuff is $13.95 a yard. It does qualify for yardage, so you do get 20% off through next Tuesday. And we've got a couple of bolts of it you can see. It's awesome stuff. This piece right here I think is 60 inches. Does that sound right, or is it a yard and a half? 54 inches?
It's square, so it must be 54. It must be
Yeah,
a yard and a half.
I think it's 54 inches, a yard and a half, and just really, really cool stuff. Okay, let's move on to summer. I saw this quilt done up at a show, and I just had to have it. And I think I've had the pattern in my library of patterns for, I don't know, maybe 3 years. I finally got brave and decided I would do it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. We used Wonder Under to trace the appliques, and I'm doing a class on this. I can't remember when this one is, but you can check it out on the website. But this particular one, I used all shadow plays and scraps from my stash. There are 2 different ones. One is April, one is July. April is number 32.
They're $16.
They're $16, and July is 31 and $16. And then you need about 6 yards of Wonder Under, and it is $17.45 for a 5-yard roll, less your 10% discount for 20% discount for notions. Right? Is it 20% for notions?
Yes.
Yeah, 20% for notions. So it's a really great time to pick this up. You'll get 10% off your pattern, 20% off your Wonder Under, and they suggest doing a 42-inch square. I happen to have a piece of fabric that was 36 inches square, so I just went with that. I prepped my fabric with Material Magic, and I put Shape Flex on the back of it because it gives you a stiffer surface to put the appliques on, and then they're easier to quilt. I will do some thread work on this as time allows, but I just love how bright and happy the flowers are. Okay, for those of you that do machine embroidery and are doing the table toppers, this year's table toppers, this was the March, April, and May table toppers. We did kind of a modern table topper with these circles and decorative stitching, and they turned out really cute. Upcoming, what's happening, so we did decorative stitches all the way around. And upcoming, all of our dies just arrived from AccuQuilt for the rest of the year. So let me share with you what those are going to look like. June is going to have a birdhouse, a birdhouse in the center of the table topper, and then we're going to put birds all the way around in the 8 positions. So that one's going to be really darling. That is June. July, we've got the camper, which is really fun. You're only going to have 4 campers on the whole table topper because they're so big. That's July. August, we're doing musical notes, and I had one out here. I don't know where it went. Anyway, we're going to do all different colors, bright purple, and all different colors of musical notes around. That's for August. September is Hootie the Owl. That's what we're going to call him, Hootie the Owl. That is absolutely darling. October is fun. This is the cat die, but we've digitized kitties with witches' hats for Halloween. So you can either do a plain one. We'll give you the choice of either doing a plain one that you can keep out more often, or you can do a Halloween one for the season. November is going to be Woodsy, Northwoods Medley. We'll have moose and bear around, and then a little grove of trees in the center. And then December, of course, we're doing something really fun. We're doing gingerbread men, and I'm going to source some buttons or figure out how to digitize that peppermint candy in the middle because it's really cute. But that's the plan for the rest of the year. We're going to have these digitized, and we will start working on kits for the last half of the year next week. We just wanted to give you a heads up on what was happening with that. If you would like to join us for Stitch Outs, it's the second Wednesday of every month. We have a free class when you purchase the kit for that month. So the kits are $39.99, include the applique cutouts, the front, the back, and we pre-cut the binding on the bias, and so it's ready to go. You will definitely enjoy this, and it is a perfect opportunity for those of you that are trying to find a beginning machine embroidery class. This is the second year we've done this, and they're just too fun. So the numbers are, for June, it's number 24. July is number 25. August is number 26. September is number 27. October is number 28. And November is number 29. And December is number 30. Some of you have already signed up for the full year of Table Toppers. If you would like to join us for the full year of Table Toppers, they're still available. We've done some really fun ones this year, and you can check in with Chris on that. Either email us at info@quiltingdelights.com or call Chris, and she will help you get that arranged and get those kits. These are very fun, and it's a wonderful way to dress up a table. Okay, let's go on to our next one. This is a baby quilt that we did as a sample. It's called Take 5. And what we love about it is that you can bring fat quarters in. So this is a baby quilt with 4 fabrics. You have to bring 5 fabrics in order for us to cut enough so you have an extra square. But this is the fastest way you'll ever make a quilt. Now, you don't have to put sashing in between them. You can just line up the quilts. And if any of you have ever done a turning 20, you understand that you can turn these so that none of the seams are matching. But this Take 5 is a die made by AccuQuilt. And if you purchase fat quarter bundles here, we will cut them for you at no charge. If you bring us fat quarters that you have in your stash, because we want you to use up your stash, we just charge a minimal fee, like $5 to cut 12 of them. But the thing is, they go through our AccuQuilt cutter. They are perfect, first of all, and second of all, they are consistent. So you don't have to cut your fabrics up. We will cut them up for you, and there'll be enough scraps left over for you to put those scraps together for a strip in the back of your quilt. Now, 12 fat quarters will make a lap-size quilt if you don't put sashing in between. It'll make a full-size quilt if you do put sashing in between. There are all kinds of options. This is a wonderful beginning quilting class, which we have scheduled, or it's a really fast way. If you get a request from someone, oh, I want a quilt, I need a quilt, this is the fastest way for you to do it. And we are happy to help you cut these and get them ready to sew together. Again, this is another opportunity for you to use the Block Butler gridded flannel squares. You can just stack them all up, cut them, and put them together. So we do have a beginning quilting class scheduled for this, but if you're just trying to quickly knock out a quilt that is going to be meaningful and beautiful to someone, go through your fat quarters in your stash and bring them in, and we will be happy to cut them for you. Okay, so that's called Take 5. Take 5. We don't have a number on it. We just wanted you to know that it was available, and we're going to have some other kinds of quilt blocks that we will be able to cut starting in September. We're going to start doing this on a regular basis.
You can check our website under classes to find out when the class is.
Yes,
and register.
Check if you go to our website, on the home page, just a little ways down, is the first line on the conversation is, if you'd like our newsletter with classes, please click here. And when you click there, it will take you to a PDF, and we have 9 pages of classes on the docket right now. So it is going to be a very fun, very full summer and early fall. Now, we have put short classes in, project classes, because we know if you're anything like us, Chris and I, we are trying to make hay while the sun shines. In other words, if it's a nice day, we know we're going to be out working in the yard, and we imagine many of you will be too. So we've scheduled our classes for shorter time frames, and we've also scheduled some classes during the week, not always on Saturdays. So check that out. If you find a class that you want to take and you don't live here, let us know, and we'll do it via Zoom and include you in the fun. So that's something to think about. Okay, a couple of other things. I want to talk about rope bowls. So rope bowls are back in, and I'll tell you what I use them for. I have a cat, all of you know that, and when I knit or crochet, she has a tendency to want to take off with my balls of yarn, and I discovered when I put them in a bowl, in a kitchen, or like a soup bowl, she doesn't take off with them. So Chris and I were talking one day, and I said, I want to make some rope bowls and see how those go. So now I have, this sits on my end table, and now I have a rope bowl to put my yarn in, and it doesn't go everywhere. But you can also do decorative rope bowls. So these are all covered in fabrics. These are all covered in 1-inch strips, 1 to 1 1/4 inch strips. You wrap them and then sew them. So either way, whether you want to do an all natural one or you want to do colored ones, we have a class for this Friday, June 24th or Saturday, June 25th. It is addictive. It is absolutely addictive. And a 50-foot roll of this, which is what we have, a 50-foot roll goes for $10.99 plus your sale discount this week. And a 50-yard roll will make 2 bowls about this size. 2 bowls about this size, or 1 bowl that's bigger, which would be great for fruits and vegetables, or whatever you want to put in it. Or
quilt projects.
Yes, quilt projects. You can put quilt projects in them, or you can make flat ones for placemats or trivets or coasters. So we're going to cover all of that in class. You can also see that there are really fun decorative ways to finish these and put a handle in. Or make a handle, and we're going to show you how to do all of that. This is really a fun project. The rope that we sourced, so there's the stuff that you can get at the hardware store, or you can buy it at Walmart, and it's okay, but it's kind of hard. I don't like it quite this hard. So we've sourced one that is softer and a little easier to work with. Now, that can go 2 ways. If you get it too soft, then your bowl, has a lot of play to it. So adding fabric will make it stiffer as well. We cover all of that in class. But we're going to show you, we're filming tomorrow a video on how to make these, so that if you can't join us, you can just go to our YouTube channel and watch it. So make sure that you go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Quilting Delights and watch for this. You'll get a notification on Wednesday when this is available. But I learned quite a while ago that there's a fun, easy way to get these started. So you're going to wind the beginning of the roll as tight as you possibly can, and you're going to wind it about 5 times so that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the outside edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I mark mine with a pencil. If I don't, with a friction pen, I'm sorry. if I don't mark it, then I end up sewing where I don't want to sew. And when I look at the bottom of my bowl, like this one, I didn't mark. And my cross hair on the bottom isn't even or straight. So I've gotten to where I pin them like this. You put 4 pins in. You want the longer, heavier ones. Don't use the lightweight ones. And you can't use the clips for this part either because you really need to hold it tight. So I feed this all the way through, and then I mark 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 out, and 1, 2, 3 out. So now I know where I need to sew my straight line to really secure that base. The other thing that's important is you've got to have a piece of the rope around past where you're going to sew, because you've got to have that under your foot to be able to grab the feed dogs, be able to grab and then start sewing here. So that's just a little helpful hint. We will have this all in our video on our YouTube channel, so check that out. Or if you just want to really have a great time, we are keeping our class prices very, very low, $25 plus your supplies, and your supplies are all on sale through next Tuesday. So it's a great time to check in and sign up. Honestly, these are addictive. If you want to get started ahead for doing Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or hostess gifts, this is a great opportunity. You can use a jelly roll. So if you want to cover your bowl in fabric, a jelly roll is perfect because you can take those strips and cut them down to 1 1/4 inch wide and have plenty. And we also, just wanted to mention, we also have the CAFE fat quarter bundles, which we're going to use to make one of the Take 5 kits and show you just how gorgeous that is. Lots of options and opportunities for great projects here. While we're on this subject, I just want to mention as well that when you're doing rope bowls, you don't want to use Aurifil thread. It's just going to snap and break. You've got to use a polyester, what I call flat finish. In other words, you don't want to use Isacord thread unless you're really looking for that high sheen, high gloss. But Omni puts out amazing threads. The one that matches the rope, if you want to do it a la naturel, is number 38. And Metler Metricine also puts out a really amazing flat finish polyester that we use for bag and clothing construction. And I use it a lot for quilting because it's very strong, but it has that flat finish. There's no sheen to it. So if you want the Metler a la natural, that's number 40. And then, of course, we have a really great selection of the Superior Threads Omni, which are the variegateds. And variegateds are awesome for doing these projects. I did this one in red, white, and blue, and it just adds a whole different level of fun and interest. And I didn't care if I had a couple of spots where it did it twice. It just adds some interest to it. But that's a great idea, too. So the variegateds are number 39. And you can call us and say, hey, I want purple, or I want blue, or I need tan. I'm going to try one with this tan color just because it's such a nice complement to the natural cotton of the rope. Now, here's the other thing. I will not do this because I'm not versed in it. But because this is a really high quality cotton rope, it's a braided rope. Guess what? You can dye it. So if you want to try dyeing these bowls or whatever it is you make, if you want to try dyeing them after you're done, I think that would be really cool. Lots of ways to finish them, and we're going to share all that in class. Oh, the thing I forgot to mention, when you purchase your rope, we will have a free pattern and some ideas in there to go along with, so you don't have to buy another pattern. It's going to be part of our packaging.
And I'll have the rope on the website later today.
Later today. So if you want to order that, we've got 20 or so in stock, but we can get them quickly. I'm not sure whether everybody's going to jump on this or if they're all just going to, I don't know. So we'll see. We think it's a lot of fun. And if you go on Facebook, if you go on Facebook, Bernina Lovers, there's a gal that posts quite regularly about amazing bowls, and she does all of hers natural. She doesn't put fabric on them, but it'll be great for you to see some ideas. Okay, let's talk about a couple of other projects that we have, Chris. So we still have we only have 3 left of this Kimberbell Small Town America. We did this as a class last year. We had, I don't know, 14 or 15 of these kits. We've got 3 left. They're 10% off, so that puts them below $100. It is a very fun project, and I'm actually going to finish mine in time for 4th of July because I want this hanging on my front porch 4th of July weekend. So I'm just about done. I just have a few 100,000 flying geese to make. Not that many. But I'm going to get this finished up because it's just an absolutely beautiful kit. The kit is complete with the pattern. What's cool about it is you can put a star in the middle, but the pattern also allows for a full-size quilt with a barn in the center. So you get both sizes. You get this wall hanging size and the queen size, and several options for doing something different in the center. That is number 14. Like I said, we only have 3 of these left, and it's all Kimberbell fabric, and it's very, very fun.
The kit's $110, but there's a 10% discount on it.
Yep, and then
Through Tuesday.
we'll give you 20% off on the backing if you purchase the backing at the same time. So that's through Tuesday. We had put all of our Kimberbell samples on our Etsy website, and every one of them sold. We only have Kimberbell Love Notes left. This is completely done, including the binding, and the quilting on it is custom quilting. It's absolutely stunning. I think we paid almost $300 just for the quilting. And this is a very fun one. It's called Kimberbell Love Notes. And the only thing that you have to do when it comes to you is attach a few embellishments. Everything else is done. It was a very fun one. I don't remember who did this one. Did you make this one? Chris made this one. So you know you've got expertise piecing and quilting, or expertise piecing and embroidery, and you've got custom quilting on it too. It's the only one we have left. So it's a great time for you guys to jump on board.
We had done it as a mystery quilt, so that you only got to see parts of
Oh,
it at a time.
right. It was a mystery quilt. It was kind of a fun project. Okay, so I want to talk about notions because we're pretty well stocked up. Claudia Donnell's machine embroidery workshops are filling quickly in August. I think we're almost done filling those up.
I think I just a few spots left.
Yeah, barely a few spots left. And so we are encouraging all of you who are doing her classes or any other machine embroidery to get your supplies while we have them on sale. So our supplies, notions are 20% off this weekend. So we've got friction pens. We have a good supply. We just restocked all of our water-soluble pens. These are our favorites, and we're hearing back from you that they're really good too. So the friction pens are number 10. The Bowen pen is number 11. And you'll see why you need both Bowen pen and the Sew Line. Now, there are 2 different Sew Line pens. The one we're talking about today has black and white, and it has a stylus for tracing, and you're going to see where that's helpful here in just a minute. And then there's a second one that has 3 colors. Instead of the stylus, it has black and white and then a pink color. So this one, number 12, is the black and white and the stylus for tracing. So you'll see that. We've got gallons of Mary Ellen's Best Press. We've got gallons ofTerial Magic. You can see what those are. The smaller one forTerial Magic is number 4. Mary Ellen's Best Press number 2, which actually stiffens the fabric more than the regular Best Press, is number 6. We have that. We've got your 505 spray. That's number 9. The gallon of Caribbean Mary Ellen's Best Press is number 8. And the gallon of Mary Ellen's Best Press unscented is number 7. And then the gallon of Terrial Magic is number 5. Now these are hard, the bigger gallon sizes are hard to ship out because they're so expensive. And I'm not sure that we can ship out 505 because it's an aerosol, is that right?
No, I can ship that
Oh,
out.
she can ship 505. It's aerosols that we can't ship. So we also have stocked up on polymesh. We've got several rolls of polymesh in, and we've got rolls of tearaway, 50 yard, both of these are 50-yard rolls of tearaway number 1 and polymesh number 3. This is the most awesome stuff, and it fits the jumbo hoop, and it is just a really great cutaway. So keep in mind that those are 20% off as well. We want you to get stocked up ahead of what's happening with Claudia's workshops or any other workshops that you have. Threads are on sale. They're considered a notion, so they're 20% off this weekend as well, or this next week. So really take advantage. We're trying to help everyone beat inflation and keep you busy and inspired and quilting like you always have. So those are some of our notions that we are fully stocked on and ready to go. Okay, let me tell you about our next amazing quilting project. So many of you did the Under His Wings feather quilt with us, and now we are ready to start the quilting. In fact, we're filming, we'll be filming on this tomorrow, 2 segments, one on how to set it up and 2 how to actually do the hands-on quilting. What we've done is we've created this quilt called In the Shadows, and I think most of you have seen it in the store, but none of you really knew what we were doing with it. And this is a quilting class, so we gave you 4 different options for the center, and I want to show you, we're just getting these inked, and then these will be templates that are available, but can you really get down on that and show them how cool? This has got to be the coolest quilting design ever, and Sarah did a wonderful job with it, and this is what's going to be in the center of the quilt. Now this is another option. I find this one to be boring, but you know, sometimes we just want to do straight lines and circles and get it over with. Then there's another really fun one with circles and feathers, and another one that also has circles and feathers. So I'll show you what these look like, but this is the template that you can choose to trace your pattern off onto your quilt. Then the actual quilt itself, you can see, Chris, if you want to pan how it works in the corner here. So you can see we've set the feather down, and this is our original design. So we've set the feather down, and then you can also see where we have created designs for the rest of the pieces. So we're going to knock this out one section at a time, but I'm telling you it's going to be absolutely stunning. And then we did a little leaf over here under each of the blocks. Now what helped us with this, so that class starts at the end of May, next weekend, and we're also doing a second class in August. So for those of you that are busy through the summer, feel free to let us know about August and September. The class is $35, and the pattern and kit are $50. If you purchased the Bernina Stitch Regulator from us and sign up for the class, we'll give you the templates for free. Otherwise, it's $25 for the templates if you want to do this on your own. Now, the books that inspired us and helped us were our Doodle Quilting Designs books, number 15, and more Doodle Quilting Designs books, number 16. So I just want you to see where some of this inspiration came from. These 2 books are fabulous for machine quilters because not only do they give you the designs, but they show you different options for how to use them, and then they give you the starting points and the path that you need to take. And you can practice this with pencil and paper before you do it on your quilt. Very, very impressed with these. In fact, I was so impressed that I took them to Office Depot, and for $3 a piece, they cut the ends off and spiral bound them, so now I can actually lay them flat and play with them. These are fabulous free motion quilting books, and I would highly recommend and encourage all of you to take a look at them. And Nancy, Gigi, what is it you want us to bring on camera? Oh, never mind. That was just you. I misunderstood the question. So give these a shot. I think you'll find that they're very, very inspiring. And it's number 15 for the Doodle Quilting Designs and 16 for more quilting designs. Okay, let's just take a look. All of us understand that we can trace on a white background. So you just put it up under the light table with your design on top and trace it off. And it doesn't have to be perfectly traced. You just need to have the lines, because they're all coming off when we're done quilting anyway. Now this one's going to get done, the white one is going to get quilted all in white on the background. But let me show you something on, so here are the Aurifil kits, number 17. It has all the colors that you need. And it'll come with either white thread for piecing the white one or black thread for piecing the black one. It's number 17. And they're $63 for the set, but because it's our super sale, we're doing 20% off of that for supplies for the class. The problem is when you do a black one, how on earth do you get the design transferred over to black? You can't see it under a light table. And so what we discovered, Chris discovered this, is that there is this stuff called Ceril wax-free transfer paper. It's available at Michael's or any other place, but you have to buy 4 sheets, which will last you 3 lifetimes. You have to buy 4 sheets for $24. Is that what it was? $24, something like that?
I think 25.
Okay, $25. So we found a source and we packaged them in one sheet for $6.99. A little bit more than you would pay if you bought 4, but you don't need to spend $25 on this. You just need one sheet that's going to last you forever. It's 3 feet long, 12 inches wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to trace your design off onto freezer paper. So we're going to trace the design off onto freezer paper. And then you're going to take a piece of this sterile wax-free transfer paper. You're going to put it underneath your pattern. Position your pattern where you want it to go. And then remember I said the Sew Line pen has a stylus. Whoops, there it is. It's a stylus. You just take that stylus and you just trace over your freezer paper and through this sterile wax-free transfer paper, and voila, it shows up and you're ready to quilt. Now you have to be careful. It's like chalk, so you don't want to mark the whole quilt. You only want to mark the section that you're working on. It is awesome. It has absolutely transformed my relationship with dark fabrics and quilting. So this feather is not something that you could design on your own without tracing it. On our other quilting primer, we showed you guys how to design using rulers. But with this one, we want to transfer an existing beautiful design onto dark fabric, and that's how you're going to do it. So when we film tomorrow, the videos will show you how we do this and then how we quilt it. Now on this one, I don't know how many of you've quilted before, but quilting black thread on black fabric is hard. So the background of this one is going to be interesting and a little bit different than the white one. But I'm going to use variegated thread for the feathers, and for this little leaf element that we're doing here, I'm using variegated thread, and then the rest of it will be filled in with black on black, which means I'll be blind by the time I'm done with this project. Just kidding. It is just hard to do. It's the hardest one to do is black on black. But we're up for the challenge and we want to show you guys how to do it, so we're going to make it happen.
And you remove it just with a damp cloth.
Oh, and you just take a damp cloth and it wipes right off. So that's why you have to be careful. You can only do one section at a time. And you mark it, quilt it, go to the next section, mark it, quilt it. Now on the white one, we can trace off everything at once because we're using a friction pen, and as long as we don't get an iron near it, then it's going to be fine. All right, so the sterile wax-free transfer paper is number 20. It's $6.99. It comes in a tube because as you use it, that chalk on the back side it wants to come off, so you want to store it in there too. Okay, so we also want to just do another quick shout out about our ruler work attachment that is compatible with the BSR. This has been such a game changer, and we have sold over 2,000 of these attachments to Bernina owners who are now happy that they can do ruler work. So we have these on sale for $99 through next Tuesday. They come with 3 free patterns. We have 2 that you can download, but they come with 3 free patterns now. And you also want to make sure, that's number 37, you want to make sure that you've got your ruler work tape. It's called Rough It Up tape, which is number 35. This has also been a game changer, even for those of you who do not do machine quilting. If you are cutting fabrics with an acrylic ruler, you want this on the bottom and the top so that the tape grips the fabric on the bottom and it grips your hand on the top, or gives you a place to grip it on the top, and your ruler will stay secure. It's just key. I think every single quilter in the entire world should have a roll of this around. They come 3 rolls to a package for $11.99, and they're on sale this weekend, or this week, so you'd get 20% off of that because they are a notion. And you can share with your friends. Everybody take a roll and make good use of them. The other one that we have is Tack It Down tape, which is perfect for tacking down appliques when you're doing machine embroidery, or tacking down your Easy Glide Teflon sheets onto your work surface for quilting.
Or holding your paper when you're tracing your design.
Or holding your paper when you're tracing your design, exactly. We seem to come up with more uses for this tape all the time because it's so wonderful. So check those out. They're $11.99 either one. Number 35 is the Rough It Up tape. Number 36 is the Tack It Down tape. So that's it for today. But please know we are filling the store every week with new products, new fabrics. Now we even figured out how to hang quilts in the windows. So when you drive up to the building, you'll see quilts in our windows, which is kind of fun. And everybody who places an order today, we will send you out a fun sticker in your order just to brighten your day. These can go on your computers, on your water bottles, give them to your grandkids. They're just kind of fun. So we want to wish you all a happy Monday. We want to especially thank you for all of your business, for supporting us and for letting us support you. You matter. Each and every one of you matters to us. And if there's anything special that you need, anything that we can do for you, please let us know. All right. Have a great Monday, and we will talk to you soon.
And if you saw something you liked, you just comment with the number on it, and I will contact you later today for payment.
Oh, last but not least, we're going to post this on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again, or if you have friends that don't do Facebook, or, well, you wouldn't be here if you didn't do Facebook. But for those that don't do Facebook, we will post the saved video of this on our YouTube channel later today. Thanks again, everybody. We love you, and we will talk to you soon.